Dave, describe that win for us.
Well, we got off to a great start, and they battled back, and then we got a huge penalty kill at the end, and Nugent Hopkins and Hyman found a goal for us. Nuge found a couple with the empty netter, so we hung on to one to win.
That pairing, that forward pairing of Nugent Hopkins and Hyman on the PK, seemed like they've done some tremendous work for you on the PK this year. Nice to see them get rewarded on the PK there.
Very much so, yeah. Our PK has struggled a little bit, and it's by no coincidence that those two guys were out for a while. So they've come back and really kind of settled things down for us, and tonight got a huge goal for us along with the kills.
Can you talk about the respect that Nugent Hopkins has in that room? Not only is he the longest tenured Oiler here, but it seems like whenever anybody talks about him, it's nothing but glowing remarks.
He's a quiet guy, but he speaks volumes with his play, and comes up, and I always say from a coaching standpoint, you look down the bench, you're looking for somebody to get a certain job done, and he usually fits the criteria no matter what you're looking for. So him and Hyman have been real good together, and you look at the trip we had, 5 out of 6 points. Nuge had 3 goals on the trip. He's back, and he's coming around. He's really playing well.
Can you talk about the trip, not only the trip, the last 5 games as a whole, going into the All-Star break, going 4-0-1, finding some traction? How good is that as opposed to maybe dropping this game when you guys had a lead?
Well, we struggled for a while, and now we feel like we got all our players back, and we've Schmidt will be back right after the trip here, so we got things turned around. We're finding enough goals to win, and Koskinen has played real solid for us in these 5 games, so we feel like we're back going the right direction. Take a little rest now and come back, and our schedule gets really hectic in February here, so we'll need everybody to make sure that we're ready. And it's only half the season, but it feels like the stretch run already. So that's what we're going to gear up for.
Was the start really important for you guys to jump on as in playing the second game of the back-to-back? Obviously, it went really well for you.
You always say that, you got to jump out there and see if you can get a jump on them, make them chase the game. Now that being said, they continue to play hard after they made the goalie change, and we were fortunate we found a way to win.
Did them putting in Copley really change the momentum?
Well, it's hard to say. I don't know if one player changed the momentum. I don't think we got near as much action on the second goaltender as we did on the first. The quality of shots. But when you get up 3-0 on the road, you're trying to push, and they're playing like they play loose. There's nothing to lose or nothing to leave in the bag there. They got a break. They're just playing loose, and if they can find a couple goals and get themselves back in it, good for them.
Kane got another goal tonight. How have you seen him progress in his 3rd game?
He's got better each game. He hasn't played much this year, so he came in. First game, there's just lots of, it's hard that first game coming in, but last game he was a little better, and then tonight better again. So he's a solid player. Does a lot of things well, finds ways to capitalize on some chances around the net. Both his goals have been on deflection, but he's a big guy in front of the net, and he gets rewarded to go there. So far, really pleased with what we're seeing.
Dave, you talked about the halfway point. How do you assess the first half of the season as a whole?
I think we mentioned it the other day. It's like 2 halves of the first half. We came out of the gate really strong, and then December and part of January struggled between COVID and injuries, and just couldn't find any traction. Now we seem like we got players back, and we're moving in the right direction.